Hi, so I want to talk about some things that have been on my mind recently. Um, so I'm 26 and I live with my family. I work from home, and this since last year or so. Well, recently, specifically, maybe the recent month, I've been thinking a lot about okay, I'm almost turning 27. This year on July, I turned 27, and I don't want to keep or continue with this lifestyle for the rest of, or maybe not for the rest of my life, but for the following years of my life. I don't want to spend them living at home and not socializing a lot and not having friends. um, I know that with my lifestyle right now, I could still be having friends or, make friends and whatnot, but I feel like, I'm the younger sister, right? And if you're a younger sister too, or the younger sibling, you know how this, or at least for me, when you're back, I think with everyone, depending on, regardless of what role you have on your family, always when you go back to, for example, you live alone and then you have to go back to the holidays with your family, you are, I don't know, you are the older sibling, or you are the funny sibling in the family, or the quiet one, whatever is your role in the family. I think you always go back to that feeling unconsciously, like it just, I don't know, that's just how, you go back to that mindset of okay, I'm with my family now. I was living alone and I'm a whole ass adult by myself and I can do everything for myself. But then, I go back with my family and they see me like the older, like the younger sibling. um, so they, I don't know, they they don't maybe fully see that I'm a grown adult. So they keep treating me as if I'm the youngest sibling per se. And this can be applied to every other role that there's in families, right? So I'm just talking in my experience. For example, when I was starting college, around 2020, 2021, 2 and 3, I believe, on the 23, on the beginning of 2023. Well, not really on the beginning, maybe in the middle of 2023, I finished college and I came back to live here, with my family. So when I was living alone, I learned a lot. Like, it was my first time living home, uh, ever in my life before I went to college. Um, so it was a big learning experience for me. I was usually even more, socially anxious, awkward, and whatnot. So I learned a lot about just asking for help and talking with strangers and going out by myself and a lot of things, right? But when I go back to home, I go back to that feeling. I do try to remind myself, hey, you're an adult, you can go do things by yourself, you don't have to depend on your family and whatnot. And I think I'm good at that. But the issue is that when your family sees you as the young sibling still and they want to do things for you, or I mean, I'm grateful. I'm not complaining, but you know, just in general, this wasn't meant to be the main topic of this. It's just I don't want to keep having this or living in this situation where I'm with my family and where I don't feel like a full adult. Like, I want to do my own groceries. I want to clean the house, like be independent, basically. Um, because I live with my family, or um, it it doesn't matter really who you live with, but if you don't live alone, I think it's just, normal for you to want to, or have to, or want to adjust to the other people's routine, or to keep things in peace. For example, if you know this other person likes to keep things clean, you have to keep things clean if you are not usually the person who cleans right after they eat or whatever, right? Just to keep in mind the other person, I don't know, routine, or things that they like they like to be done, or how things like to be around the house, whatever, right? So I just want to be able to be independent, to do my own groceries, I don't know, clean whenever I want, go out or whatever. There's a lot of things, right? It's just not those ones, but I just want to be able to just be my own. I think by the age that I'm in, I know I'm not old, but by the age that I'm in, I just want to um, practice more being on my own and handle everything on my own, like do my own groceries, clean the house on my own, uh, everything, like basically be an adult for myself, just on my own per se. So yeah, I don't want to keep up with this maybe not lifestyle, but routine that I'm in right now, because I live with my older sister, and my niece. So I just thought, okay, I don't want to go turn 30 and still be living in this situation that I'm in. It's okay if I still work online. That's not the issue. I just want to be able to, I don't know, go to another city, move to another city. Probably the city that I feel most comfortable in right now is the city that I studied college in, um, because a bigger city, and the city that I live in right now, the city where I've always lived, aside from when I went to college, it's a smaller city. A lot of people know everything about themselves. I don't know. So, and the another city is the capital of my state. So I think there's a lot more variety of people. I think you get to be more anonymous, and you get to know much more people. There's more cultural life on that city, so I think you're able to make more I don't know, get more experiences in that city than where I am right now. And yeah, I would really really like to do that, because I want to get to know people, I want to make friends, I want to um, have a lot more a lot more experiences, right? I right now I don't have a lot of friends, I don't have a lot of people that I talk with. So I really, and aside from making friends, I just really want to have more experiences. Like, even if I live alone in that other city and I still don't have much friends, I still get to go to these other events that are on the city, and those kind of events can lead me to make friends and whatnot. So, and also that's where my college friends live in, so I could uh, be able to meet up with these people that I haven't seen in years and socialize a little bit more, because I think that's something that is missing from my life right now, socializing. It's been a long time. I really want to make friends, but I feel like, and I'm trying not to be too close-minded about that, but I feel like in this city, people are too close-minded. Like, their mindset are too old-fashioned per se. And on the other city where I used to live before, where I studied college, people are more open-minded, because there's people from different places around the country and around the state in general, and the country, right? So um I think I get to be more myself. I don't think that here, I'm a very open-minded person. Open-minded person, right? And I just want to be able to have friends who are also open-minded, and then I don't feel like I have to hide part of myself in order to make those friends. Because if I don't feel comfortable, or if I don't feel like I have the similar mindset or views of life with these other people, I don't feel fully open or free to share my thoughts with this kind of people. So I just really really think that, for probably not this year, because I still have some things pending, like financially speaking, that I have to spend my money on. I'm really thinking about maybe at some part of the year I'm able to go back there, just to be alone and an adult for myself for a while. And I'm not saying that my family doesn't allow me to be an adult, but I just need to be alone. Like I need to be totally alone in a city and live alone and take care of my own shit on my own. um, and yeah, I'm really hoping I can do that. Really hoping that the job that I have right now, I continue to have it, because with that job I'm able to move around. As long as I have good Wi-Fi, I can work anywhere basically. Well, as long as I have good Wi-Fi and a quiet space, I can work anywhere. So I really hoping that happens. um yeah, because in the city that I'm in right now, I basically don't have any friends. I only have a friend. I mean, usually I have two friends, right? The first friend is living somewhere else and the other one is living here, but I'm not really super close to them. So um and even if I'm not able to make friends super fast when I go live to another city, I'm fine. But by that, I just want to be alone. I don't know how to describe it, but I just feel more free, much more free when I'm alone in another city, you know.